Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be working through these couple examples here using the quotient rule to find derivatives. So this is just a reminder that this video is part of a full free course on calculus. It's available at engineeringforfree.com/calculus, and it is full of about 50 tutorials where I go over functions, limits, derivatives, applications of differentiation, optimization, and integrals. There's a link in the description below, and if you're studying calculus, definitely check out the whole course. So let's jump straight into the example problems. When we have one function of x divided by another function of x, and we're asked to take the derivative of the whole thing, this is definitely a candidate for us to be using the quotient rule. And the quotient rule is going to expand out that if we call the top part f and the bottom part g, then the derivative of the whole thing is going to be f prime g minus f g prime over g squared. So that's the derivative of the numerator times the denominator, minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator divided by the denominator squared. In example number 1, let's just take a look at this. This is the same thing. It's asking us for the derivative ddx of f over g. So f of x over g of x. So what we need to do is this has to be f prime times g minus f times g prime all over g squared. And we're just going to work through this step by step, and we're going to find out the entire derivative here. So f prime, the derivative of ln of x is 1 over x. And that comes from a table of common derivatives that you should memorize in Calculus 1. There's a link in the description below for the common derivatives. Now we're just going to need to multiply this by g, and so g is just sine of x. Okay, and then for the second term here we multiply it by f, so f is just ln of x. And then the derivative of g, so g prime, the derivative of sine of x is just cos of x. And again, that comes from that same table of common derivatives that you're going to need to memorize for Calculus 1. The bottom here we have g squared, so the sine x squared is just sine squared of x. We can just split this into two terms for now. I think that's going to be the easiest. So on the left side we have 1 over sine of x divided by sine squared of x. That all results in 1 over x sine of x. And the right side is just going to be ln of x times cos of x over sine squared x. So at this point, what I would do is I'd probably pull out a 1 over sine of x, which is going to leave the first term with just 1 over x, and the second term is going to be ln of x times cos of x over sine of x. And we can just use some trig identities here. 1 over sine of x is cosecant x, and then we're going to multiply this by 1 over x minus ln of x. And cos of x over sine of x is also, we can write that more simply as cotan of x. And that is the derivative of the original function. So the derivative of ln of x divided by sine of x is cosecant x times all this stuff. Alright, so let's move on to this second example here. So we're looking at the derivative of sine of x over ln of x. And again, we have a function of x divided by another function of x. So this is perfect candidate for the quotient rule. It's always a little bit easier to write it out a little bit cleaner and just say this is d dx. Or identify what is f of g. So we have f over g. This is the same as above. And the method here we're going to be doing is exactly the same. F prime times g minus f g prime over g squared. So we're just going to go through one at a time. The derivative of f prime, that is the derivative of sine of x. That is going to be cos of x. And this is multiplied by g, which is ln of x. And then we'll enter the second term. So it's times f, which is, f is sine of x, times the derivative of ln of x, which is 1 over x. And this is all going to be divided by g squared, so that's going to be ln of x squared. There's a slightly cleaner way that we can write this for our final answer, and it's to get this fraction out of the numerator. So we're going to bring an x down from each term. There isn't an x in the upper left one here, so we're just going to have to add it. So this will be equal to x cos of x ln of x minus sine of x all over x ln squared of x. So that is the final answer for what is the derivative of sine of x over ln of x. All right, let's move on to the next one here. So the derivative of 3x squared over 2x plus 1. It's going to be the exact same thing here. We're going to just identify what is the function f. F is 3x to the power of 2, and g is 2x plus 1. So we're just going to go through one at a time, and we're going to start with f prime. So that's the derivative of f, so that will be 6x using the power rule times g, which is 2x plus 1, minus f, which is 3x squared, times the derivative of 2x plus 1, which is just 2. And this is going to be all over g squared, which is going to be 2x plus 1, all squared. Okay, so we can simplify this just a little bit. We're going to get 12x squared plus 6x minus 6x squared. And again, the denominator is just going to stay the same. Let's just clean this up a little bit more. So we're going to have 6x squared plus 6x all over 2x plus 1 all squared. And we can just pull out a 6x. So that's going to be 6x times x plus 1 all over 2x plus 1 all squared. And that is our final answer. That is the derivative of this whole thing of 3x squared over 2x plus 1. All right, let's move on to the last one here. We want the derivative of 4 to the x over 3x squared. So we have an exponential function divided by a power function, no problem. We're going to apply the same steps here and just go one at a time, working through our quotient rule rules. So we've identified f as the exponential 4 to the power of x. We've identified g as 3x squared. From our table of common derivatives, the derivative of 4 to the power of x is just 4 to the power of x times ln of 4. We're going to multiply this by g, which is 3x squared. And then we're going to subtract f, which is 4 to the power of x, and then g prime, which is going to be 6x using the product rule. This is all over g squared, which is going to be 3x squared squared. All right, let's pull out some factors on the numerator. So we can pull out a 4 to the power of x and also a 3x. That will be multiplied by ln of 4 times x. And the other term will just be left with a 2. And down here, we had 3x squared times 3x squared. We can cancel out that 3 and that x with one of those. And so we'll be left with 4 to the power of x times x ln of 4 minus 2 all over 3x to the power of 3. And that is the final answer. That is the derivative of 4 to the power of x divided by 3x squared.